no idea how to start YouTube videos, so here we go. We'll work on that later. But what's going on? My name is Ross. I'm currently a company driver at Prime Inc. I'm a PSD TNT instructor. Currently, my goal is to just document my journey. So right now, company trainer, currently have a student. Hopefully going to test her out this week, end of this week, and actually start my journey as a lease operator. So I've already taken the lease classes, and I've been trying to do this video for, I don't know, a month now. Probably beginning of January, but better late than never. So I've already actually completed all my lease classes. The only thing I have to do is actually turn in the truck that I'm currently in. I'm actually going to keep my company truck and switch it over to the lease side. So this is actually going to be a series of not really, I might do blog type styles, but I might not, but we'll see. But this really is for me to document my journey as a lease operator, hopefully transition into owner operator at some point. But this is actually to show myself accountability. I've set a goal for myself, and I'm just going to document the journey. Hopefully you guys will follow along with me. Maybe not, that's alright, but I'm just gonna talk and share the information with myself. That way I can come back, whenever, a couple weeks from now, a couple months from now, a couple years from now, and actually look at the beginning of my journey and then see how far I've come. So essentially it's going to be a progress channel. So
you have been driving for a long time. Please take a rest.
Probably going to replace this camera. Wait
you
for
have
it.
Been driving for a long time. Please take a rest.
Yeah, gonna have to find something to do about that. But anyway, I've been a company driver here at Prime for about a year, and if I keep looking to the side, I'm in the caves here in Carthage, so I'm looking to see if I'm good to go so I can leave. But I've been a company driver I've been with Prime for about a year. My orientation was January 26, 2019. I actually got my CDL on February 14th, 2019, which is actually my anniversary date for Prime. So just at a year as a company driver, I've learned a lot, during PSD and TNT phase. Learned even more actually going out on my own. So I was in training from the last week of January up until the second week of April, if I remember correctly, in which I actually got my own truck in April. I had my first truck was a 2017 blue Freightliner Cascadia. I think about almost 300,000 miles on it. I think by the time I turned that truck in, I put maybe 34,000 miles on it. And on July 4th, I actually turned that truck in and got my current truck, which is a 2020 Freightliner Cascadia. And they gave me the truck with 14 miles on it. It doesn't make sense when I switch over to lease to turn this truck in that I've had since Prime had it. So Prime took the truck, put 14 miles on it, and then gave it to me. So currently I just hit 65,000 miles. I may be at 65,034 miles now. But I've put all those miles on it. So, and I'm sorry for the lighting. They have motion sensor lights in here, and so they, I guess, turn off after a while. But I've put basically all 65,000 miles on the truck. It doesn't make sense for me to turn this truck in. I know the ins and outs of it. I broke this truck in myself. I'm not going to turn this truck in and pick a lease truck, with who knows what kind of problems so it just makes sense for me to turn this truck in for an inspection, have Prime look it over, and I re-inspect the truck, and then I take the truck back, obviously as a lease spec truck instead of a company spec truck. So it just made sense for me. So today is Wednesday-ish. I started my classes on Monday, this past Monday, completed them yesterday, which was Tuesday. Gonna test my student out this weekend and hopefully be able to turn the truck in and get it back overnight, and I'll actually begin my journey as a lease operator on Saturday is my goal. I've already got my business set up. I've got all the logistics side that I needed to take care of set up before I came to Prime to get approved for the classes. To me, I thought that was the best decision, at least for me and my business. I could have used Prime. Prime has the tools and resources to actually do that step for you, or help you with that step, where they can open your LLC and help you file your articles of organization and things like that. I just found it beneficial for me to do it actually on my own, and then present it to Prime as far as, okay, I've already have my business, here's all my documents, can I leave? So basically I cut down about a day, maybe 2, maybe 3 days of my of actually switching from company to lease by doing that. I believe, I don't know, because I did it my way. So if I would have came in and I did not have a student, if I was going to be a solo lease operator, I would have came in this past Monday, finished the classes yesterday. In the meantime, while I was taking those classes, Prime would have had my truck, and I would have been able to roll out either last night Tuesday or this morning Wednesday. So 2-3 day turnaround, as opposed to somebody who has to maybe file for their articles, and I don't know the process per Prime, but I know when I filed for my business, I actually expedited it, and even the expedited was, I believe, 2 days for approval, and then 5 complete days for them to file with my state, which I'm filing in the state of Georgia, and actually have all my documents back to me. So I expedited the process, so right now I have everything set up and everything filed with Prime. The only thing I have to do is turn the truck in and actually switch my payroll over from a W-2 employee to a 1099 through the business, in which that will take an hour, and I have to sign a contract, and then I'll be a lease operator. So that's just my little quick intro video. I've been meaning to, like I said, I've been meaning to record for a while. I'm gonna work on talking to the camera, because I'm not a video person. I'm already a person who hates taking pictures, so this is gonna be a learning curve for me too. But I do want to have some type of journey documentation, because I believe that this is going to be a ride, and it would be great that I can look back on, one day or sometime in the future, and show my family and friends, how I'm doing too, because I don't really use the phone that much. So this is actually, that's another good outlet for me too. So I'm gonna try and do maybe at least 1 video a week. I'll try and get 2 out if I can, because actually once my student tests out, we'll actually be transitioning to what's called the TNT phase, in which I'll actually be running a team truck operation with me being the lead seat and having a student as a co-driver. So not exactly an AC driver with me, but they will actually be a B2 seat until they complete their mileage, and then they upgrade to a B1 until we can get back to the terminal. So like I said, I'm just going to be tracking my progress. I'm going to get better at talking with the videos, maybe better seating position, hopefully better lighting. I'm going to try not to record at night or in a cave where they turn the lights off apparently. So we'll work on that. I might have my students on my videos with me, I might not, I don't know. So until then, thanks for watching and stay tuned.